Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio once were WWE's most popular couple. However, it ended poorly between the two. Recently, Nia Jax stated she would love to see an intergender match between the Nightmare and Dirty Dom. Last year, Dominik Mysterio broke Rhea Ripley's trust and heart when he betrayed her at WWE SummerSlam 2024 and sided with Liv Morgan. In the coming months, the second-generation star was one of the biggest thorns on Mamie's path to becoming the Women's World Champion. In an interview with TV Insider, the host asked Nia Jax about WWE 2K25's recent intergender match features and asked if she would like to see that transpire on WWE TV. The former women's champion stated many talented women on the roster could easily do it and would love to see Mommy beat up Dirty Dom in the ring. After turning on Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio became Liv Morgan's on-screen boyfriend, and the two became the newest couple in town. Moreover, Dirty Dom helped Morgan retain the Women's World title on different occasions before she got Raquel Rodriguez as her backup. Later, the two tried their best to keep Liv Morgan away from Rhea Ripley. Unfortunately, they couldn't, as the clash was inevitable. Earlier this year, Morgan defended her Women's World Championship against the Eradicator on Raw's Netflix debut and lost the title. https://youtube.b/ek3myjod. After the match, Ripley celebrated when she low-blowed Dominik Mysterio and hit him with a riptide to end their feud. While Mommy got her revenge on Dirty Dom, a match between the two could still be interesting to watch. Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio have been one of WWE's most unique and talked about pairings over the past year. Their chemistry within the Judgment Day has led to countless viral moments, with Ripley often being the dominant force, while Dominik plays the sniveling, overprotected lackey. However, according to a major WWE name, it might be time for things to take a shocking turn. Rhea Ripley should beat up Dominik Mysterio. This statement has left fans buzzing with speculation. Would Ripley actually turn on Dominik? Would Dominik push her too far? Could WWE book a storyline where Mammy finally puts Dirty Dom in his place? Let's break down why this idea is gaining traction, how it could play out on WWE TV, and what it would mean for both superstars moving forward. 1. Dominik has become too much of a liability. While Dominik Mysterio has grown into one of the most effective heels in WWE, there's no denying that he has been a weak link in the Judgment Day when it comes to in-ring dominance. Despite holding the NXT North American Championship for a significant period, Dominik often finds himself on the losing end of major matches. Ripley, who prides herself on being the dominant enforcer of the faction, might eventually get tired of cleaning up Dominik's messes. His repeated failures could start costing the group key victories, leading to frustration among the Judgment Day's ranks. If this happens, Rhea could be the one to finally snap and take matters into her own hands by punishing Dominik herself. 2. A power shift in the Judgment Day. Right now, Rhea Ripley is the undisputed leader of the Judgment Day. Even though Finn Balor and Damian Priest may think they hold influence, everyone knows that Ripley is the true force keeping the group together. Dominik has benefited the most from her protection, but what happens if she decides he's not worthy anymore? If Ripley were to turn on Dominik, it could serve as a power shift in the Judgment Day, reinforcing that nobody is safe if they don't pull their weight. It would also signal that Ripley's patience has limits, making her character even more dangerous and unpredictable. 3. Dominik's growing ego might backfire. Another potential reason for Rhea turning on Dominik is his growing arrogance. Over the past year, Dominik has gone from a cowardly heel hiding behind Ripley to someone who genuinely believes he is one of the toughest guys in WWE. While this confidence has helped him in some moments, it's also made him reckless. What if Dominik, in a moment of delusion, disrespects Rhea? Maybe he boasts that he doesn't need her help anymore, or worse, he blames her for his recent losses. If Dominik crosses the line and forgets who's really in charge, Ripley might decide to remind him in the most painful way possible. If WWE were to go down this route, they would have several exciting options to execute this shocking moment. Here are a few ways it could happen. 1. Ripley snaps on Raw. During a Judgment Day segment, Dominik could cut a promo bragging about his accomplishments, but in the process, he accidentally disrespects Rhea. Maybe he downplays her contributions to his success, or maybe he gets too cocky and suggests that he's more important to the Judgment Day than she is. At first, Ripley might laugh it off, but the tension would be undeniable. Then, in a sudden and brutal turn, Ripley could attack Dominik, perhaps slamming him into the mat with a devastating riptide. The crowd would erupt as Dirty Dom realizes, far too late, that he has made a terrible mistake. 2. Judgment Day votes him out. Another way to book this would be for the rest of the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and JD McDonough to grow tired of Dominik's failures. If his losses keep piling up, the group might have a family meeting where they decide whether to keep him. Ripley could be the deciding factor. When Dominik begs her for mercy, she could act sympathetic for a moment, only to attack him in the most vicious way possible. This would cement her as the true leader of the Judgment Day and send a clear message: she doesn't tolerate weakness. 3. Dominik tries to defend himself. A wild card scenario would be Dominik getting so frustrated with the constant disrespect that he actually tries to fight back. Perhaps Ripley confronts him in a backstage segment, and in a desperate attempt to prove himself, Dominik slaps her. The moment would be met with absolute silence. Ripley would slowly turn back, fire in her eyes, before absolutely destroying Dominik with one of the most brutal beatdowns WWE has ever seen. This would solidify Ripley as an even bigger powerhouse while making Dominik a sympathetic figure, possibly even turning him babyface in the process. For Ripley, solidifying her as WWE's most dangerous superstar. Rhea Ripley is already one of the most dominant female superstars in WWE history, but turning on Dominik would elevate her to an entirely new level. It would show that she isn't just dominant over the women's division. She's an untouchable force in all of WWE. By beating up Dominik, she wouldn't just send a message to the men's division. She'd be breaking boundaries, proving that she isn't afraid to take down anyone who stands in her way, male or female. This could lead to her being booked in even bigger storylines, possibly against male superstars like Cody Rhodes or Kevin Owens. For Dominik, a potential babyface turn. Oddly enough, a beatdown from Rhea Ripley could be the thing that finally turns Dominik Mysterio into a fan favorite. Right now, he's one of the most hated superstars in WWE, but if he suddenly found himself on the receiving end of a brutal betrayal, fans might start sympathizing with him. This could lead to an emotional redemption arc where Dominik has to prove that he can stand on his own without Ripley's protection. He could even feud with the Judgment Day, trying to take them down one by one. It's rare for WWE to book a woman beating up a male superstar, but in the case of Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio, the story almost writes itself. Ripley has always been the dominant force in their dynamic, and Dominik has relied on her for protection for far too long. If WWE decides to pull the trigger on this idea, it could be one of the most shocking and talked about moments of the year. So, will Mammy finally snap and beat up Dominik? If a major WWE name has their way, the answer is yes, and the WWE Universe might just be ready for it.